Namaste and welcome back to Smart Credit Bytes. I am your host Sangeeta, MSME Credit Educator, and someone who has spent years on the other side of the bank table evaluating business loan proposals. Today we are diving deep into something that can literally make or break your funding dreams. Creating a bank ready MSME profile. And trust me, by the end of this episode, you will know exactly how to present your business in a way that makes bankers sit up and say, yes, we want to work with this business. But first, let me ask you something. Have you walked ever into a bank feeling confident about your business only to walk out feeling like you were speaking a completely different language? Yeah, I have been there too. The good news, it doesn't have to be that way. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is an MSME profile and why should you care? MSME stands for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. That's probably your business if you are listening to this. Your MSME profile is essentially your business dating profile. But instead of finding love, you are looking for funding. It's how you introduce your business to potential lenders and investors. Think of it this way. When you meet someone new, you naturally share the most interesting and relevant things about yourself, right? Your MSME profile does the same thing for your business. It tells your story, showcases your strengths, and most importantly, demonstrate why you are a safe bet for a bank to lend money to. But here's the thing, most business owners think their profile just need to list what they do and how long they have been doing it. That's like showing up to a job interview and only mentioning your name. You are missing all the good stuff that actually matters. Now let's talk about why bankers are so particular about these profiles. Put yourself in a banker's shoe for a moment. Every day they see dozens of loan applications from businesses of all shapes and sizes. Some are solid good opportunities, others are let's just say they are not. Banks are not in the business of gambling, they are in the business of making calculated, smart decisions with their money. Your MSME profile is your first impression of whether you understand your business, whether you are organized, and whether you are likely to pay back what you borrow. I like to think of it as the business equivalent of a credit score, but much more detailed. Yeah, it's not just about numbers, though those matter too. It's about showing that you are professional, prepared, and serious about your business future. The banks that are most eager to lend to MSMEs are looking for businesses that can demonstrate stability, growth potential, and most importantly, the ability to generate consistent cash flow. Your profile is where you prove all these things. Alright, let's get into the meat and potatoes. What exactly needs to be in your bank ready MSME profile? I'm going to break this down into 7 essential components that every strong profile must have. Okay, let's start with the first one. Business overview and registration details, right? This is the first point you must look at. This might seem obvious, but you would be surprised how many businesses skip the details here. You need your complete business registration information, including your registration number, date of incorporation, and legal structure. Are you a sole proprietorship, partnership, LLP, private limited company? Be crystal clear about this. But don't just list dry facts. Tell your story. How did your business start? What problem are you solving in the market? This is where you get to show some personality while staying professional. The second is financial statements and records. Now we are getting to the good stuff, your numbers. Banks want to see at least 2 to 3 years of financial statements, including your profit and loss statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. If you are a newer business, don't panic. Just provide what you have and be upfront about your timeline. Here's a pro tip from my side. Make sure these statements are prepared by a qualified accountant and are audit ready. Handwritten ledgers or basic Excel sheets might work for your day-to-day operation, but they won't cut it when you are trying to impress a banker. Third is business plan and future projections. This is where you show you are just running a business day to day, but you are actually planning for the future. Your business plan doesn't need to be a 50-page novel, but it should clearly outline your market analysis, competitive landscape, and growth strategy. Include realistic financial projections for the next 3 to 5 years, depending on what your bank says. And when I say realistic, I mean it. Banks can spot overlies optimistic projections from a mile away. It's better to under promise than to over deliver than the other way around. Next is fourth point, collateral and asset information. Let's talk about collateral, the stuff you own that banks can potentially claim if things go south. This includes your property, equipment, inventory, and any other valuable assets. You will need proper valuation of these assets, preferably about from certified appraisers. Even if you are applying for an unsecured loan, having a clear picture of your asset strengthens your profile significantly. Fifth is credit history and banking relationship. Your credit history is like your business report card. Banks will definitely check this, so you might be as well be proactive about it. Get your credit report, review it carefully, and if there are any issues, address them upfront in your profile. Don't try to hide problems, explain them. Did you have a rough patch during COVID? Did a major client default your payments? Banks appreciate honesty and a clear explanation of how you are learned from your past challenges. Also highlight your existing banking relationship. If you have been banking with the same institution for years and have maintained good standing, that's a huge plus point for you. It shows stability and trustworthiness. Sixth is management team and key personnel. Banks don't just lend to businesses, they lend to people. Include detailed information about your management team. Include their experiences, qualifications, and track record. If you are a solo entrepreneur, focus on your own background and consider highlighting key advisors or mentors who support your businesses. Seventh is market position and competitive advantage. Finally, you need to clearly articulate what makes your business special. What's your competitive advantage? Why do customers choose you over your competitors? What's your market share and how is it changing? This section is very crucial because it helps banks understand not just where your business is today but where it's headed. Are you in a growing market? Do you have unique intellectual property? Strong customer relationship? Long-term contracts? These are all things that make bank feel more confident about lending to you. Now that we have covered what goes into a profile, let's talk about how to make it absolutely irresistible to banks. Here's where we separate the good profiles from the great ones. Right? Anyone can compile the basic information I just mentioned, but if you want to really catch a banker's attention, you need to go to the extra mile. Start with a compelling executive summary. This is like the trailer for a business movie. It needs to grab attention and make people want to see more. In just 1 or 2 pages, summarize the most compelling aspect of your business, your funding needs, and how the loan will help you grow. I will prefer use visuals and data smartly. Number tell a story, but charts and graphs make the story come alive. Show your revenue growth over time, your market share, your customer acquisition trends, but don't go overboard. You want to look professional, not like you are trying too hard. Include customer testimonials and case studies. Nothing builds credibility like happy customer talking about how great you are. Include a few strong testimonials like highlight your reliability, quality, and customer service. Demonstrate industry knowledge. so that you understand your market, your competition, and the broader economic factors that affect your business. This proves you are not just good at what you do, you are strategic about it. Now, be specific about how you will use your funds. Don't just say you need money for working capital or expansion. Break it down. How much your inventory, how much you need for equipment, how much for marketing. The more specific you are, the more confident bank feels about your planning abilities. Now, let me share here some of the big mistakes I see businesses make with their MSME profiles. Mistakes can kill your chances before you even get to the interview stage. Mistake number one, being too generic. Your profile should be tailored specifically for the banks you are approaching. Research their lending criteria, their preferred industries, their typical loan sizes. Make it clear why you and this particular bank are a perfect match. Mistake number two, focusing only on the past. Yes, your track record matters, but banks are more interested in your future potential. Spend more time talking about where you are going on than where you have been. Mistake number three, underestimating the importance of presentation. Your profile should look professional. That means proper formatting, no typos, high quality printing if you are submitting hard copies, and a logical, easy to follow structure. Mistake number four, being unrealistic about risks. Every business has risk. If you pretend yours doesn't, you will lose credibility. Instead, identify the key risks and explain how you plan to mitigate them. Let's talk about some practical tools that can help you create a clear MSME profile. For financial statement, consider using cloud-based accounting software like QuickBooks, Xero, or Zoho Books. These platforms can generate professional financial report at the click of a button, and many banks are familiar with their format and they are very easy to use. If I say easy, then seriously they are very easy. For your business plan and projection, tools like Life Plan or Best Plan can help you create professional looking documents with built-in financial modeling capacities. Okay, don't forget about government resources either. In many countries, small business development centers offer free or low cost assistance with business planning and loan preparation. Take advantage of these services. They often have insights into what local banks are looking for. For market research and competitive analysis, tools like Google Trends, Industry Association reports, or government economic data can provide valuable insights to strengthen your profile. I prefer Google Trends. It tells us in short and easy to format review. Here's something I will always tell business owners. Sometimes the best investment you can make is hiring professionals to help you get this right. As I said, a good accountant can ensure your financial statements are accurate and presented in the most favorable light. A business consultant can help you identify and articulate your competitive advantages. Even a graphic designer can help you make your profile visually appealing and professional. Yes, this costs money upfront, but think about it this way. If professional help increases your chances of getting approved for a loan by even 20%, isn't that worth the investment? The key is finding professionals who have experience working with businesses like yours and who understand what banks are looking for. So, how long should you expect to this process to take? If you are starting from scratch, giving yourself at least 4 to 6 weeks to put together a comprehensive MSME profile. This includes time to gather documents, prepare financial statements, write your business plan, and review everything carefully. If you already have most of your documentation in order, you might be able to complete your profile in 2 to 3 weeks. So now here's the action plan. Start by taking inventory of what you already have. Make a checklist of the 7 essential components I mentioned earlier and identify what's missing. Then create a timeline for gathering or creating the missing pieces. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on one section at a time and don't move on until this section is complete and polished. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Your MSME profile isn't just a document you create to get a loan. It's a powerful tool for understanding your business better. The process of putting it together will help you identify strengths you might not have realized you had and weakness you need to address. Many business owners tell me that creating their MSME profile was one of the most valuable exercises they have ever done for their businesses, regardless of whether they got the loan they were applying for. Remember, banks want to lend money. That's how they make money. Your job is to make it easy for them to say yes to you. A well prepared, comprehensive MSME profile does exactly that. So, now if you find this episode helpful, I would love to hear about it. Send me an email or connect me with me on social media and let me know how your MSME profile journey goes. And if you know any other business owner or finance professional who could benefit from this information, please share this episode with them, because Smart Credit Bytes is here every Monday and Thursday, simplifying MSME finance one bite at a time. Until next time, learn, grow, and get credit ready. Thank you.